Hey there. I was asked the question, what do I do to shower when I truck camp? So I'll just show you, this is my setup. This is it, privacy shelter. I just take one of those little bungee strings or a rope or whatever, try to set it up close to a tree. That way I can just hang my towel. This is one of those fast drying towels so that I can make sure it's good and dry to put it up before nighttime so the dew doesn't hit it. And I'll be real honest, y'all know I am not about tacking everything down. I mean, the wind's not going to blow too much. Well, at least I know that the wind's not going, so I didn't put all this stuff down, okay, to really attach it in there. If I knew it was going to, then I would. And at night, I just put that in there so it keeps it down pretty much. But anyway, this is the inside. And you actually have a little tent guard thing too that goes up over top. Okay, that's here. I face it to the back just so that, you know, I mean, I can keep the shower totally open. Now there's nobody around. And so there's the shower. And then you have room up here to put whatever. Another thing on the other side. Again, this just zips up. Biggest thing is, since it has a bottom, which is great because it keeps the bottom from being nasty if you're somewhere where you're like, yuck. Ugh. But you want to make sure, this is another reason why I don't tack it down. I knew there was another reason. So when you get done, if you're on something uneven, which of course you're probably going to be on uneven ground, all you have to do is tilt it. Get all the water out, shake it all out, okay? Let it run off. And then what I do is, instead of just setting it back down there, because then it's going to be wet up under, I just scoot it around a little bit, get it out of the wet, so that way, like last night, I took one yesterday evening, so I wanted it to be dry, so that when I'm about to fold it up, it's good and dry on the inside. Okay, so just a little tip. But it's really nice and sturdy. I have another little bitty one that I could always use too, but I take this, and it does have a little front thing out there. This is what I use. It's Dr. Prepare. And I always put water in it before I come, because the thing is, it's really heavy when it's full. But that way, if I'm not around like a spigot or a water source, I already have water in it, and I'll show you where I put it. So I do that. This is pretty awesome. It has a little thing right here that you just attach to the pump over there, and you can push it on and it'll bring the water pressure up, so then you'll be able to actually push it. If you don't want to use one of these, then there's a little handy dandy foot dew jammer. So what I do is I use that little pump thing to fill it all the way up. See how taut it is? The pressure in there, I don't remember how many PSIs it goes up to, but that's tight, okay? But then what I do is, once I'm actually in the shower, I then push on that. Do you hear it? That's putting more water in it, and watch. Oh yeah. That has great pressure coming out. All right, so, and I mean, it's about 3/4 of the way full. I would think the water, it actually has a little thing that you can see. You know what? I never look at it. This might be a great time. Oh, well, maybe it doesn't. I thought it had a little thing of where you could kind of look and see where your water is, but it's about right there. Now, the other thing that's awesome about this is, since it's black like that, what I do is I set it out in the sun. So you have it out in the sun all day. Like in the morning when you get up, just put it out in the sun, and then the sun will make it hot because, of course, that black attracts the heat. You can do it that way. You can put it on top of your truck, car, whatever, or just out in the grass. So that's what it is. Now, the way that I keep this in my car is, this is one of those little buckets that just folds up. Okay? This one is Seattle Sports. Just a bucket. And I travel with this in here because I don't normally always keep that pressurized, because by the time that I leave here, like when I put more water in it, it won't be pressurized like this. It'll just go poof, and it'll all be out. Okay? I keep this in my car, in my truck. And that way it doesn't leak out. Okay? You actually undo this. I would normally undo all of that, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. So I would undo that. I pick that thing up. I put it in this. Then, my truck is probably a mess. But, I then put it in. Yeah, my truck is a little dirty. Let me see. I will definitely do a cab video so everybody can see. But then, it lives. Of course, this stuff normally sits over top of that, which I will show you in another video. But it lives right there on the floor. Okay? That way, it just stays in there. I don't have to worry about the water seeping out because it's in that bucket. And then it's in this. That way, I'm always ready. I keep this in a little backpack. And so then I have a backpack that I put everything in. And that way, if I am actually somewhere where I need to be able to go in, I do have a membership at Planet Fitness that you can go in and use the showers. I haven't really ever had to do that. But I also have a shower toga, which that's living on a video too. I do need to get that video up. I've talked about it several times. It was a camping video last year, and I used the shower toga. So some of you have no idea what that is, but oh well. It's a pretty cool little thing that you can just use if you don't have a shower around. And that's what I do. Love it. Shower toga. It works. And here it is again. Happy camping and happy showering. Showering.